Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this video, I'll explain to you on chapter 1, which is on algebra. We'll cover 3 topics, which are equation, inequalities, and also complex number. Let's start with the first one, 1.1, which is equation. So in equation, it is divided into 3 main topics, which are linear equation, quadratic equation, and also other types of equation. Let's go to linear equation first. I think this is very simple. Okay, so this is a linear equation. Why? Because your x is power of 1. So how to solve this? You need to arrange all variable to your left hand side and all the constant on your right hand side. Then just solve this. This is 4x, and solve the constant. This is 12, and just divide 4 here. Your final answer is x equal to 3. Next, let's go to quadratic equation. So how do you know this equation is quadratic? When the highest power is power of 2. In order to solve quadratic equation, first you must make sure your right hand side is equal to 0. Then you can choose any of this method. You have 3 methods. So first one, the easiest one is factorization. So usually you use calculator for this. Okay, and if you got decimal, you need to use the formula. So let me show you here. This is one question. Alright, you cannot see this is quadratic yet, but when you expand it, you'll see that the highest power is power of 2. So in order to solve this, make sure your right hand side is 0, and then arrange all of this here until you got quadratic equation. Okay, so now you may use a calculator, and then you may fill in the bracket. Okay, you can factorize, and then you'll get the final answer, x equal to 7 over 3. Another one, x is equal to minus 3 over 2. Next, you can also use formula. So we use formula if we got decimal number. So let's see this question. For example, you need to solve 2x squared plus x minus 3 equal to 0. So just use the formula, x equal to minus b plus minus square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So just fill in according to the ABC, and then this one, this is square root of 25, which is 5. So you're able to solve this. One is minus 1 plus 5 over 4. Another one is minus 1 minus 5 over 4. So you'll get this answer. Take note that b squared minus 4ac is the discriminant. Okay, so what is the usage of discriminant? So this discriminant can describe your roots. So if you got equal to 0, therefore this is 2 same root, or you can call it 1 root. Another one, if it is more than 0, therefore you'll get 2 different roots, as what we have done here. So for this question, if you check the discriminant, you'll get discriminant more than 0. And lastly, when it is less than 0, no real root, meaning that you'll not be able to find the real root. However, later on you will get to know that you'll have complex root here. Now let's go to the last method, which is completing the square. Alright, so let's do this. This is the question, x squared minus 5x plus 3 equal to 0. So first of all, if you want to complete the square, make sure the a here, coefficient of your x squared, this is equal to 1. So since this is equal to 1, therefore now we can straight away solve this question. Alright, so let's focus on these 2 terms here to put it into a completed square. And then 4 plus 3, we don't want to touch it yet. You can put it at the back here, or you can bring it to the other side straight away. Okay, so it is minus 3. So now let's focus here in these 2 terms here. Let's try to put it into completed square. So let's square root the first. So square root the first is x, And then what will happen with the second term here, we need to divide it by 2. So let's divide it by 2, minus 5 over 2. Now let's try to open it back. Square the first, you have it here. 2 times, you have it here, minus 5x. Square the last, this is plus 25 over 4. So you know this is an extra term, so let's minus it back, minus 25 over 4. So now let's rewrite back our completed square, x minus 5 over 2 squared. Then what will happen with this constant, put it on the right hand side and solve it. Okay, so now you'll get it is 13 over 4. Now let's open up this square here. Okay, in order to solve this square, just remember that when you want to solve x squared equal to a, your x will be equal to plus minus square root a. So now let's open up x minus 5 over 2. This is equal to plus minus square root 13 over 4. We can simplify this. Plus minus 13 over 4. So this is plus minus 13 over 2. So now let's conclude our answer. We have x minus 5 over 2. This will be equal to plus minus square root 13 over 2. So let's write both answers. The first one, x minus 5 over 2 equal to 13 over 2. And another one will be x minus 5 over 2 equal to minus 13 over 2. Therefore, the first answer is x equal to 5 over 2 plus 13 over 2. Another one is x equal to 5 over 2 minus 13 over 2. So we have finished complete the square. You can recheck this answer by using your calculator, okay, because you can find this also using factorizing using your calculator. However, the most important in completing the square is the step on how to solve the question. Now let's see this question here. You need to solve this by using completing the square. However, now the coefficient of your x squared is 3. So first step, you need to change this 3 and make it equal to 1. So the way to do this, since this is an equation, the easiest way to do this is just divide 3 to both sides. Okay, so let's start. Let's divide 3 to both sides. So we're left with x squared minus 4x plus 2 equal to 0. Now let's proceed with completing the square. So focus on these two variables here to be completed. So this constant here, you can put it at the back or you can bring it to the right hand side. So this is minus 2. So now let's start to complete the square. So first term here, let's square root the first, x, and then this term here, let's divide it by 2. So you get minus 2. Let's try to open it back. Square the first, we have it here. 2 times is minus 4x, we have it here. Square the last is plus 4, so there's extra term, so we always want to minus it back. Okay, so now let's conclude what is our answer. For the completed square is x minus 2, and then what will happen to this constant, let's put it on your right hand side. So you will get 4 minus 2, which is equal to 2. So now let us open up the square. To open up the square, you need to square root both sides. So you are left with x minus 2 equal to plus minus square root 2. Therefore, your answer will be x equal to 2 plus minus square root 2. Or you can open up x is 2 plus sec 2. Another one is x is 2 minus sec 2. So that is your final answer. Alright, regarding the information on discriminant just now, this question asks us find the values of k for which the equation here has equal roots. Okay, so what does this tell us? If we want equal roots, therefore b squared minus 4ac must be equal to 0. Okay, so you need to declare that this is a, the coefficient of x squared is a, coefficient of x is b, and the constant is equal to c. So just fill in your b here to become b squared minus 4, a here, and then c here, equal to 0. So expand everything here, and also expand this completed square, and then simplify everything. Okay, so since you have a common term here, the easiest way is to divide both sides with minus 4. So now you are left with this equation here. So this is another quadratic equation. So you can just use your calculator, okay, to factorize as usual, and you get your answer k equal to minus 6 minus 1. This is not the end yet, because after you found k, the question asks us to solve the equation for these values of k. So we need to divide this two part here. One is k equal to minus 6. Another one is k equal to minus 1. So just fill in the value of k here. For the first one, k is minus 6. So again, you get a quadratic. So to make our job easier, just multiply both sides with minus 1. So you get a positive a here. Okay, so just use calculator. The answer now is x equal to minus 1 over 3. So you just got 2 equal roots. How about another one? K equal to minus 1. So fill in k here. And then you're left with x squared plus 4x plus 4 equal to 0. So just factorize, and then you'll get the answer x equal to minus 2. You'll get the equal roots because you have fulfilled the condition b squared minus 4ac equal to 0.